We'll now try a field goal attempt of about 37, we'll call it 42 yards. Coming from the center of the hash mark. Email to hold. There's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up. It's end overhead. It's got a chance. It is good. It is good with 1:16 left in the first half. The Bucks close the gap on a Crystal Ball field goal, making it 14-10. All right, 3.9 seconds left. Weeks is back in the game in the shotgun. This will probably be the last play of the first half. Two wide receivers taking a snap. Now looking to the right side. Pumping once, rolling out. Roger Green takes him. Take that back, excuse me. Andre Reed with the sack, and that's going to end the first half with Merrill Beach leading 14-10. Possible fourth down stop with 9:17 left in the game. Pitch back. Goes to number 5. He hands off to the right side. And he's short on the first down. Rusty Williams from Myrtle Beach caught the line of scrimmage. Down at the Bayou Bucks 9-yard line. The Bucks take over leading 23-14. 9:03 left in regulation. Well, the clock is running down, and this is it, basically. Under 30 seconds, they just started to delay game clock. You can hear the crowd. The Bayou Bucks have won their season opener 29-14. The other teams just called timeout, but it doesn't matter now. 29-14. The Bayou Bucks look like they're going to win this one. And nothing else can go absolutely bananas. They got a standing ovation in the house now. This is absolutely unbelievable. Bucks win their season opener 29-14. We'll try to get some interviews in a minute. Travis, this was a heck of a win for opening day. A team that, in the first quarter seemed a little rusty, but they turned it on in the second. Must be very exciting. Well, it took a little while for them to settle down. They're really excited. But man, I tell you what, this is how you start a season, and we're looking to really do as best as we can this year. We want to bring the area a playoff. We want to bring the area a championship, God willing. We're going to play it all along. We're ready to go for it. I tell you what, it was real interesting this year. The one thing I was looking at was the quarterback position, basically overhauled, but Will came in from last year. And was he injured earlier on the second half? Yeah, he got a stinger on his hand. That's why we put Sir Havery in. You got to keep in mind, we probably got one of the best backups in the league. So we're really not concerned about it. We're really quick to throw him in there. Will had a stinger. He came out. Iced it down, came out of series, went back in, he was fine. I tell you what, the second half, especially on defense, seemed to pick it up. There was interception by Email in the second half, and it just seemed like from there, that was it. Y'all couldn't be stopped. At that point, I think it kind of took the wind out of it. They really weren't passing much. They were really running the ball. And once you get behind, they seem a bit nervous. You got in this game, you got to understand it. You might get a run on, you might be 14 points, but just like basketball, it seems to get back in it. But you got to stay focused, stick to your game plan, run it through. So I'm just proud of the way defense played. Anytime you hold somebody at 14 points, and I know that total offense wasn't much, that's a damn good job. I tell you what, I can't wait till next week. If this week is any indication what the season will be like. Next week we're at home against the Oklahoma Crew. Get your tickets early. People are going to be fired up about this team now. Your Bayou Bucks are here for you, and they're here to win for you. Coach, I tell you what, I don't know how you can start a season any better with such an exciting win, especially in the second half. That defense really came together. Absolutely, and I feel good about the defense. We expected them to play better in the second half. They made a lot of mistakes, but they came back in the second half. They made a lot of good adjustments. And our defense was able to stop the guys, bend but don't break, and then we were able to get our offense on track, which was dynamite. And we did all of that mostly without Michael Brooks. God bless us all. We're going to fix him up a little bit, and hopefully he'll be back for next week. I was going to say, Nemesis Bates came off of the bench real well for you, and also let me say in the second half when Email had the interception, that was it. There's no way Myrtle Beach would come back. No, well, the defense has been stepping up for us the whole time. I just think we were feeling our way through our first real game with 21 guys. Remember, in Omaha, we had 30 guys. So I think we're feeling our way here. Hopefully we'll be better next week. You think this is just as exciting as that 98 championship in Baton Rouge? 21 is kind of tough to beat at this point, but all we're going to do is take it one game at a time, and then at the end, we'll find out who's the better team. Well, we thank you, and we'll hopefully have more success next week. William, thank you very much. David Dorsey, and I tell you what, kind of explain to me how exciting this opening day win is for you.
It's great. You always want to start your season off with a win. You know what I'm saying? First, I like, they give my thanks to God. Without him, we can't do any of this.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate all the fans coming out and supporting us.
Now, the first quarter seemed to be somewhat of a slow start, I guess, on both sides of the ball. From the second quarter on, it seemed like everybody seemed to pick it up, especially in the second half when Email had the interception, and it just seems like they couldn't touch you from there.
I mean, once you get momentum going in your direction, you just got to keep it rolling, stay heavy on them, and never let up. And that way you get big wins like this.
I take it, though, this still doesn't match the Liberty Bowl victory, huh?
Oh, no, okay, nothing take away Liberty Bowl. We went 12-0, baby, number 7 in the country, Tulane, represent.
Well, I tell you what, we're happy for you, and who knows, maybe bigger and better things as the weeks go along.
Oh, yeah, we always got to go all the way to the championship. We're trying to do better, we get day in, day out every week. We're going to put in work, and hopefully we're going to make it to the championship.
Previous sound bites was from opening win of 2003 Bayou Bucks against Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, followed by interviews with Jack Phillips, Travis Carell, and David Dorsey, who was player on the team. Next, you'll have just interviews with Jack Phillips, Travis Carell, and Drew Email, defensive back on the team, after the win against Oklahoma. Ironically, on a night when you have Michael Lewis coming in to toss the coin on special teams, thanks to your whole special teams tonight, all around just did one heck of a job, and it goes to show you that important third of the football team can carry you sometimes.
Well, we have to be able to do that. We can score touchdowns on special teams, so Coach Vinny really wanted that extra time, and I gave it to him. He said, Coach, this year, already we've done more practice on special teams than we did all of last year. So I'm happy and grateful that I've got Coach Vinny Berg on my staff. He's the fire plug behind our special teams, and the rest of the Coach Ronald Rankin and Michael Williams. They've done an excellent job tonight.
Now, I knew going into tonight's game, Michael Burt's nemesis Bates couldn't play because of various injuries. I guess it was Isaiah that was starting early on. What happened with him?
Well, Isaiah just doesn't have a whole lot of experience, so it was tough on him, but he gave us what we wanted, and then we brought Sir Haver in, our backup quarterback, who's a pretty good athlete, but we just had to make do with what we had. It was real tough for us.
You think maybe Michael Lewis is your good luck charm? We need to have him back for every other game?
Look, I'm going to check into that, because Michael Lewis definitely sparked a plug on our behind, especially for the second half. He came in and spoke to the guys before the game, and I think us not getting off to a good start to show what type of team and what type of character we have.
Well, after this, 4 road games, which I know is going to be tough in and of itself, so I guess y'all are going to be prepared for it.
Well, we have to be prepared, but I'll tell you one thing. The one thing we cannot do on the road is not score 29 points. We have to be able to score more than 29 points, especially because we had so many opportunities. We're down on a 1 inside the 5-yard line for a while there, at least 3 times, and we came up empty. I don't mind going for it on 4th down, but we have to be way more efficient, especially in the red zone.
Well, we wish you a lot of luck on that road trips coming up.
Thank you very much, Woody.
Here we are with Travis Carell. Travis, one heck of a win tonight over Oklahoma.
It was a win. I mean, we'll take it any way we can get it. I feel we sputtered a little bit on offense, but overall, we came back and we were able to do what we had to do. Our defense just played a phenomenal game. I'm thoroughly proud of those guys. I can't say nothing better about them. I mean, if one of those guys needed a kidney, I'd give it to him right now. I mean, that's how well they played.
Especially, I noticed in the first and the fourth quarter when Oklahoma was trying to run the ball, the defense would just snuff it out. And I tell you what, it's a very fast defense for this indoor game, and I'm sure one they'll be able to carry you throughout the season.
Well, that's one thing we worked around this year. We brought in Andre Reed this year, who really fast. Lane Evans is a very good offensive guard. And, I mean, Andre had 3 or 4 sacks against Lane in Mississippi last year, so we figured, well, we can't beat him. Let's get him over to our side. So we brought Reed on, and with Roger Green up front, who runs about a 4.7. Andre Reed runs about a 4.7, 4.8. And you got Coach Franklin Thomas, who just is phenomenal defensive end. He's up in age, but phenomenal. We joke about him jumping his Geritol before we crank up the game, but, I mean, that defensive line does a hell of a job. Our secondary has really stepped it up this year, and, I mean, our linebackers played phenomenal today. David Dorsey, Tim Betts. I think Andre Reed, as a matter of fact, had 5 sacks and, 2 backs. I mean, that kid was just played awesome.
Now, finally, ironically, we talked last week about your backup quarterback, Fair, and he comes in tonight and does a pretty darn good job at running the ball.
He can run. Sir Haver is really, I mean, he's a good guy all around. He's got a good attitude. He's always there when you need him. He's quiet. You never hear anything out of him. You tell him do something, yeah, coach, and he goes and does it. But he really played his tail off, and to come in and run the ball like that, I mean, he can catch, he can run, he can throw too. He's a pretty good quarterback. So, I mean, we probably have the most versatile and best backup in the league.
I think tonight's game is probably great evidence why we need more and more folks to come out, because they missed one heck of a win tonight, and not to mention, of course, now you start a 4-game road trip, so that ought to be interesting in and of itself.
Well, we wanted to go on the road 2-0, and we accomplished that. You know, Oklahoma is definitely not the same team we played last year. These guys really got tougher. They went out and got some stout linemen. They went and got some pretty quick receivers, and they really improved in the quarterback position too. So, I mean, I'll take the win. I just wanted it to be a little better, a little more convincing, so these guys can start getting the respect they deserve.
Well, here we are with Drew emailing tonight. Drew, it was the exciting win last week was one thing, but tonight the 11-point victory over Oklahoma, I mean, the defense really stepped it up.
Yeah, we did. Second half, we always go, it's the second half thing, man. We go in, we make adjustments, and Coach Jack just, you know, he's a good teacher of the offense, the defense, and he knows what's going on, and we run it, you know, and we run the defenses, and everything just falls into place.
I noticed Oklahoma, a large part of the first quarter and in parts of the fourth quarter, tried to run the ball on y'all, basically to no success. And what times they tried to throw the ball outside of real deep pass, y'all seemed to cover it pretty well.
Yeah, our defensive line is awesome, and we got some guys up there that just hard-nosed guys, and they make it easy on us for making the, you know, the quarterback rush passes, and that's what happened tonight when we got a couple interceptions. The front three is real good guys, and you know, we got good pursuit. Our cornerbacks are, you know, on the other side. You know, we just, you know, overall, we just wanted to win this ball game.
In closing, ironically tonight, Michael Lewis tosses the coin in the middle of the field, and this was a heck of a night for special teams in all regards. And it goes to show fans that special teams may be not on the field as often as offense or defense, but they're very key to field position.
Special teams is one of the biggest parts of the game. You know, you see what Michael Lewis does for the Saints. And that's basically all he really does. Every now and then he gets on offense, but the special teams, what can make or break it. You know, it's a big part of the game. You can't not let that get to you.
Which is ironic, because 5 years ago in the IPFL, the forerunner of this league, Michael Lewis took off as a name with Coach Jack Phillips as his teammate for the Bayou Beast. So who knows? Maybe a championship might be in the future for Houma.
Well, we hope so. That's what we're trying to do. You know, we shooting for a conference championship. You know, we all want to get that ring. You know, That ring's that big thing. You know, to win the championship, and hopefully we can bring one to home, and that'd be great.
The following interview took place Sunday night, May the 4th, against after the Tupelo Fire Ants game. The Bayou Bucks won that one, 46-27. You'll hear Jack Phillips followed by kicker Chris Strapolo. Total team effort for everybody.
Yeah, and we've been playing like that for the last 3 weeks, so we just want to keep it up and stay positive, and hopefully we can come out with some more wins like that until our offense gets on track a little bit more, but we're going to get there. Our defense is playing a high caliber, and a lot of different guys are making plays. Excellent play tonight by the defense.
So many turnovers tonight on defense, and of course they've done one heck of a job out here. But tell us about getting Herb Tyler to come back starting last week.
Well, Herb Tyler's always been a part of our family, but Herb is expected, he was expected to sit out because of his personal, some of the personal things that he had to do with his family and his mother. And as soon as he was clear to come back and he felt like he could, then he came back, and he's always wanted to be a part of us. But guess what? There's so many more important things than just football. And I like to let Herb go do what he had to do with his mother, and now he's back. Thank God.
And that, of course, an important division win today, and a really big one coming up against Lake Charles, who y'all beat a week ago. So looks like we got a lot of momentum going into Saturday night.
Well, that's what it looks like, but if you've been watching this league, it's a tough league, and any given day you can get you behind me. So, we just want to go back to the drawing board and work hard, do some of the things better that we didn't do this week, next week. So that's all we can do to encourage our guys to make sure we stop making so many mistakes, and then they don't have to have 26. They could have had 10 or 7. And so that's what we still have enough.
Well, congratulations and good luck in 6 days.
Thank you very much, William.
Here we are with kicker Chris Strapolo, and I tell you what, tonight this was almost a true complete effort by everybody.
It sure was. We're rolling on all cylinders tonight. We just all played a real good game and played as one. And that's all you need to win a game.
And also, too, the defense, turnovers tonight get you all in that good field position. A couple of run back for TDs. You come out, of course, on extra points and field goals. And I tell you what, y'all really, especially special teams-wise, y'all got a pretty darn good squad.
Oh, yeah, we sure do. Everybody just comes together. We all play as one, man. It's a team effort.
The following first, you're going to hear edited excerpts that I did of the closing of the Lake Charles and Houma NIFL game. This was played back on May the 10th, 2003. It's my own version of play-by-play towards the end. Then you hear interviews of Coach Shaq Phillips, wide receiver Clinton Checkschneider, and finally, General Manager Travis Carell. 1:22 left in the game, 28-21 Bucks. Lake Charles needs 7 points to tie. First down from the Bucks' 18-yard line. Robeson under center. There's the snap. He doubles the snap. He doubles the snap. He recovers his own ball. Second down. Second down at about 11 now. As the clock keeps going, Lake Charles is out of timeouts. 1:07 left and counting. Down by 7. Here they go again under center. Right formation. Two receivers now roll to the right. Robeson looking once. Going downfield. No, not yet. It's a running stick. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. Lake Charles gets it back at the 25. Lake Charles gets it back at the 25. The clock is still rolling. Third down and long. Under 50 seconds left. It is still rolling. They cannot stop the clock. They cannot stop the clock. They need to hurry up. Under 40 seconds. The Bucks still have the lead. 28-21 spread formation. Robeson under center. Two running backs. One shifting out to the left now. Under 30 seconds. There he goes to the stop. Robeson looking downfield. To the left. It's up in the air. Hills is fighting for it. It's out of bounds. It is out of bounds. It is now fourth down. It will be fourth down with 20.4 seconds left on the clock. The Lake Charles Bucks drop the ball at the midfield stripe, the 25-yard line. They need to get to about the 8-yard line for a first down, and of course 25 yards to get 6 points. 28-21 Houma. 20.4 seconds left. The crowd is going crazy. Fourth down. Here we go. Robeson under center. Waiting for the snap. One man in motion to the left. Robeson rolls right. A little drop pass to the 19. To the 15. And Stig. Houma gets it back. The game is over. Houma gets it back. The game is over. They just had to take a knee. 28-21. Houma over Lake Charles. An exciting upset. This crowd is going crazy. I can barely hear myself. They just have to take a knee and it's over. Another huge upset for the Bucks in the NIFL. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think they're about a 13-point underdog and they did it. Oh, Coach, let's face it, twice the charm in one season, tough game, but hey, the important thing, you got the W. Yeah, well, that's what we want. We want to win it so we can get a little bit better, and then we'll take it from there. We want to be opportunistic, offensively and defensively, and that's what we've been doing. I tell you what, tonight, everybody made plays when it seemed like it was a struggle, especially on defense. I'm almost speechless. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I mean, because first of all, we trust this team. That's the best thing about it now. We won the game back. Someone left us and beat us, and we're right there in first place. So everything that we could ask for, considering the fact that we lost 3 straight games, and now we came back to win 3 straight. To close out, I think this is more exciting than when the Junkyard Dog first won the North American title. I don't know about that, but it's pretty close to me and my organization. This is the biggest win in our history. The 2 wins against these guys, one of the top-ranked teams in the league. And what more can I say? We come out with hardly any injuries, and now next week we got to go back and fight Tupelo again. Bigger and better things maybe as we go along. Absolutely, that's what we're hoping for. Thank you, sir. Thank you, William. Here we are with Clinton Checkschneider, and my friend, I'm almost speechless. This is one heck of a win, twice in the same season, getting Lake Charles. Yes, sir. We got that big confidence boost 2 weeks ago when we beat them, and we've just been on a roll since then. We feel that we can't be beat, and we've been playing like it. Before the first Lake Charles game, Will Birch was the starter, and You know, and then, of course, Herb Tyler came in for that game. He's been a heck of a spark, and I think he's been pretty invaluable since that first Lake Charles game.
Yes, sir. You know, Will Burks is a good quarterback, and he had to take a second seat to Herb Tyler being a team player. And with Herb here, you know, real positive in the huddle. We've just been, you know, really haven't thrown the ball that much. We've just been running out of teams. That's how we get our wins.
It's the same Lake Charles team twice. I think they were seeded number 2 the first time, number 3 going into this week. I know y'all have definitely made a name for yourselves now. And, well, for lack of a better word, let's give also a good plug to defense and special teams, because without them, obviously, this wouldn't be possible either.
Yes, sir, you're right. I mean, you have to have a solid football team all the way around. And, you know, defense and special teams have been picking it up, stepping up. We're playing football like we need to do in all aspects of the game.
And, of course, next week, I believe another Division rival at Tupelo. So I guess it's good enough to get a win, but especially against the division rival is even more important.
Yes, sir. You know, we're just going to keep rolling. No matter who you bring on, we got to beat them. No matter division or not. That's where we're just going to try to go from here on out. You know, keep winning.
Well, we thank you.
No problem.
Well, here with General Manager Travis Carell, and doggone it, that's one heck of a win.
Well, you know, William, they called it a fluke. Last 2 weeks ago, when we went down there and beat them, in their arena, it was a fluke. No reason we should have beat them. We caught them off guard. No one respected us. Now I think we earned a little bit of respect. And now people know that we're a team that needs to be reckoned with. And until they start playing us with some respect, people are going to keep falling. And I'm just looking forward to it, because as I understand it, we can run out. We can possibly look at a division championship right now.
Well, I tell you what, just one heck of a win. It's one of the rare times I'm speechless about anything. But offense, defense, special teams, everybody pulled their load. Somewhat low scoring first half, picked it up in the second half. And I tell you what, this crowd really went nuts when y'all ran back the block 2-point conversion, or the intercepted 2-point conversion. Momentum's on y'all side.
You got to have that momentum. And I tell you what, you know, at halftime before the game, we all sit down and we play, and we play, and we pray, and we pray, and we pray. And one thing about us praying is that we know that if you got on our side, who'll be against us. And I can tell you right now, as long as we're making it happen, we can keep pulling it off as long as we're playing right, playing as a team. Our offense is still staggering a little bit, but as long as we play as a team, we can make it happen. Now, May 24th, we come back against the Beaumont Drillers. Now, if we can beat the Beaumont Drillers, we're going to come back home against Austin, and that's the division championship right there. We need some support come May 24th. I mean, there's plenty of great seats. The crowd's into it. It's a fun time. It's a total entertainment experience.
And maybe bigger and better things next week at Tupelo.
Yeah, we're going to look to pull a little bit out. We got a little something left up the sleeve.
Very good. We appreciate it.
Thanks, William.
The following interviews are from the Houma Bayou Bucks Beaumont game, played Saturday, May 24th, 2003. The Bucks won 40-6. The following are interviews with Coach Jack Phillips, followed by Herb Tyler and defensive linebacker Tim Betts. Well, Coach, let's face it, after the win last week up in Tupelo, where they almost tried to come back near the end, this hands down, y'all were in total control.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know what to say about that, but I've been looking for that type of football all year, and finally we got an opportunity to do it. And so hopefully it doesn't need this, you know, it needs this type of taste in the guy's mouth, especially on defense, where they're hungry for sacks and hungry for turnovers. That's the way it's been all year. And boy, we're playing good, solid football right now.
And of course, Derek Tate, the quarterback for Beaumont, was here last year for a few games. It seems like tonight the hardest part they had on offense was the quarterback-center exchange. Your defense capitalizes, and that's it.
Well, that's what we do. And I mean, you know, it's kind of tough when you're giving the ball up like that, because then you minimize your opportunities on offense, talking about Beaumont. So that's what happened. We were blessed to get those turnovers, and then we turn them into points sometimes.
Now, is it true today, Saturday, is your birthday?
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Well, the reason why I asked, you know what other head coach's birthday is today?
Who's that?
Jim Moore.
Oh, you for real? I'm a huge fan of Jim.
Jim Moore and former Saints running back Mike Strawn.
Yeah, well, I'm in good company there if I'm with those guys.
Well, here we are with the man of the hour, Herb Tyler. Let's face it, tonight, total complete game by all sides of the ball for Houma.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't say man of the hour. It was with the team of the hour, you know what I mean? You did everything so fundamentally sound as a unit, as one. And once you do that, and once you can do that, we take our game to another level, and it's hard to stop us.
Notice tonight, Beaumont, the hardest part of the season for them was the quarterback-center exchange. Your defense capitalized, and y'all on offense take it from there.
Oh, yeah, man. It's just the almighty upstairs, man.
he's helped us see the way, man, and we pulled through with him. All we got to do is give him 100%, and he's going to help us the rest of the way.
And, of course, we need to mention this game, huge divisional contest. And, of course, Lake Charles going in tonight was a half a game above you, and looks like no quit all the way to the end, huh?
It's done, man. We just got to keep on winning from here on out, and then the good Lord will bless us, and we're going to be right there in the playoff hunt.
Thank you kindly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, here we are with another one of the men of the hour, as Herb Tyler reminded me, Tim Betts. I tell you what, total effort by everybody proved successful.
Yes, this week we emphasized on everybody doing their job. We knew Tate like to go deep, you know what I'm saying, and if he had an open route, he was going to take it. So, you know, we just pretty much focused on everybody doing their job for us, pass route. You know, everything came out all right. 46, you can see it, and they got the 6 points off of blown coverage. So, you know, we could have went 40-0, so we just proud.
I was going to say, it seems like tonight the biggest mistake they made on offense was quarterback-center exchange. You don't capitalize on that, the offense takes over, and, you know, and that's, of course, one easy part, not easy part, but one basic part of football. Capitalize on the opponent's mistakes, and you got it.
Yeah, it's like if you see a weakness, you know, you proud on that weakness. You know, in the beginning of the game, they got a receiver, I believe, 6'5". They try to go with Drew. You know, they got one reception on it, but he broke up a couple of shoots, but, you know, Drew was soft and they couldn't go on him. So, you know, we sent Roger so Roger go after him, man. You know, Roger came up with some big plays.
Big division win tonight because Beaumont, Yarrow, and Lake Charles in the 100 down Atlantic South lead. Of course, depending on what Lake Charles does tonight. So this looks like one heck of a competitive football division the rest of the year.
Yes, it is. And, you know, from what my understanding is, if Lake Charles lose, they'll put us up in the first place. So hopefully Lake Charles comes through for us, you know. But if not, we just try and make the playoff, you know, because we got something to say down here at home.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Following will be Bayou Bucks interviews from their win over Evansville, 55-6, played on June 28, 2003. I believe the interviews in order will be Franklin Thomas, then Jack Phillips, and finally Lane Evans. Here we are with Franklin Thomas, and let's face it, all aspects of the game tonight, y'all controlled this and dominated.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We know coming into this game that Evansville had a good team. They were in the same conference, even though they had won just one game. They're in the same conference with Ohio Valley and Fort Wayne Valley and all those good guys up there. And we know they had a good team, so we came in and we knew we had to be ready to play defense. And Tim Betts stepped up, and Emmanuel Bentley stepped up, the defensive line stepped up, the defensive back stepped up, the offense stepped up, and we knew we were going to be in for a fight, and the guys played like it.
You know, 2 days ago was Buford Jordan's birthday, and 5 years ago you were with him in the indoor championship, and it must make you feel real good to have the opportunity to possibly get another championship in the indoors.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Buford was a great coach, and the team that I played on in Baton Rouge was a great team with Michael Lewis out there. And right now, you know, I feel the same way about this same team. We got Herb Tyler, we got Tyrone Hughes over on the defense. We got a lot of talent, and we got good continuity right now. And right now, our motto is that we're not finished yet. We got 3 more games. We're not finished yet.
Well, good luck in 2 weeks against Lake Charles.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Coach, tonight, I think it's as close as I've seen in 2 years to a near complete win on all offense, defense, special teams.
Well, you know, it's been coming, and we was hoping that this one game left would allow us to kind of warm up for the playoffs and play the way we want to play in the playoffs. So it happened for us. We was able to run the ball in the first half and then pass the ball in the second half. So I'm very happy with what Herb Tyler did, and Aubrey Jones came in and did his part. Offensive line always plays great. I'm just really excited for our squad.
You know, 2 days ago was Buford Jordan's birthday, and it's been 5 years now since y'all won the indoor championship back with the Beast. It must feel really good to get back into that postseason.
It feels really good, especially after last year. And our guys have come a long way, so I expect us to play well. And Buford, if he's listening, Buford is one of the main reasons why I was pointing in the direction of coaching. He was very, very good to me when we played, and it kind of inspired me to going into coaching. So hats off to Buford, and happy birthday.
Well, good luck in 2 weeks. It'll be a lot of fun meeting them for the 3rd time.
Yeah, it ought to be a lot. It's going to be a very, very hard game. This is a tough football team, and they've been on fire all year except for when they played us. So I expect them to be rough and tough and physical. Jacoby Austin is back. He's a hard runner. They got Johnny Johnson from the old Peoria squad, very good athlete, can throw the ball. And then they got Mr. Young back, the receiver from a year ago that went into the armed forces and was in Iraq, and now he's back. So they're going to be tough.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you, William.
All right. Well, Lane Evans, tonight I think probably one of the most complete game in the 2-year existence of the Bucks that y'all played here at home, coming off that nail-biter from a couple of weeks ago. So it must feel really good to get such a huge win going into the postseason.
It's a great lift of momentum going into the postseason like that. You know, you always want to go in with a good attitude. You know, come in off a great win like this. You know, you can't beat that feeling. You know.
You know, there's a lot of old wise tales about football, and sometimes playing the same team 3 times in a season can be difficult to win all 3. But I take it coming off of tonight, y'all really don't care about those wise tales. The important thing is preparing and getting a W.
That's right. You know, we're going to work hard. We're going to stick to our guns and work hard. You know, it's going to be tough playing them 3 times. I admit that. And, you know, we've got to prepare for them, practice, and we'll be ready for them.
And I tell you what, just talking to Coach Jack a few minutes ago, all the excitement. When you first became a part of this organization last year, did you ever think it'd be as exciting as it's turned out to be?
Well, I knew there was a I knew there was a potential for something like this to happen in Houma with the support we have here. And, you know, the fans are great. We love our fans, and, you know, hopefully they'll make it out to Lake Charles 2 weeks from now, you know. So I knew it was happening. It was just a matter of time when it would happen, you know. So.
Well, good luck in that contest.
Thank you, my man.
Thanks. The following is an interview from December 6, 2004. December 6, 2003, with Jack Phillips, coach of the Bayou Bucks, at their annual Bayou Bucks tryout camp at Nicholls State University. Well, Coach Phillips, today we had a real interesting tryout. This is what, y'all 3rd year doing this?
Yeah, it's our 3rd year doing this, and it just keeps getting better and better every year. I think this year we had more quality. I think we had less guys, about 70 guys, but the quality of the guys was really impressive. So we were pleased with what we had out, and we're going to do some more fine-tuning until we get to the second camp, which is going to be January 17th at the Tulane facility in New Orleans. But until then, we're gonna get rolling, and we like what we saw today.
The main purpose of the tryouts here is basically just to run the guys through drills and maybe a few patterns and such to see what their basic skills are.
Right. Well, the main thing is on this particular level, the guys that come into this camp come from all over the country, and you know this is the only time we get to look at them. If we don't look at them at this point, then we're going to have to look at film, and you can't count on film all the time. So you like to get a good close-up look at the guy, and that's what we did here today. So getting a good close-up look at the guy, getting a feel for what type of athletic ability and instincts that they had, and then we can take it from there. But we got a lot out of what we did today at the camp.
Now, the guys who made last year's roster, do they have to take part with the tryouts as well?
No. They, some of the guys came out on their own to do the deal, but no, they didn't particularly have to do it. You know, they just came out to help out.
It's good to know that a lot of them are willing to help out on their own time.
Oh, no doubt. These guys are ready to get back. The football is in the air. You know, we finished in the high school playoffs. We got the pro playoffs coming up, and also the college bowl games. Football is in the air, so it's a great time to get started.
Would have been nice if we had some warmer weather, huh?
I don't know. I kind of like this. This is football weather.
Well, good luck in the future.
Thank you very much, William.
Pro athletes out there.
Oh, exactly. Hey, and like you said, and some of the same ones that don't make it to that, and we got our doctors, lawyers, and all these other things as well.
Very true. Now, we got to close out